Welcome to another Michigan football show. I'm Bryn.
And I'm Aaron McMahon.
And this is a very embarrassed Wally the Wolverine. What can you say? Brutal.
It was. They struggled on offense again. They've got a lot of questions to answer. This is going to be an interesting Indiana game come Saturday.
Well, we're going to get into that as well as the reader question and look ahead to Indiana. So, without further ado, first down. Michigan lays a giant egg on Saturday night against Michigan State. Tell me why we shouldn't hit the panic button.
Many of you are, and I think there's some validity to that. There are problems with this offense right now, starting with the quarterback Indiana Hoosiers. He throws 3 interceptions against Michigan State. The offensive line continues to be a problem, especially their right side. They went with a rotation at right tackle Saturday. They've been going with a rotation at right guard. And they've got problems at receiver. Guys still aren't getting open. You saw their tight ends, you saw the running backs get involved Saturday against Michigan State. That's because Michigan hasn't been able to find a receiver to get the ball to. And that's something they've got to figure out.
3 interceptions from O'Corn. How long is the leash?
I think it's a little longer than people think. Keep in mind, he's the backup for a reason. Brandon Peters clearly hasn't shown what the Michigan coaches want. Do you want to throw him into the fire against Indiana, against Penn State? That's something Jim Harbaugh has to weigh.
Second down. Our reader question comes from Christopher Radham, who wants to know, why aren't we seeing more of Tyrone Wheatley?
I suspect it has to do with Jim Harbaugh and his stance on riding the hot hand. Zach Gentry, Sean McCune have been 2 guys Michigan has targeted early on. He's played in 4 games, but he's been more in a blocking role. I think right now Michigan's just going to ride with the guys that are catching the ball. Now, again, McCune had that fumble Saturday against Michigan State. That may open the door for Wheatley a little bit. But right now, Harbaugh's had his guys they want to aim for, and Wheatley just hasn't been one of them.
Third down. Scouting report time. Michigan heads to Indiana this week. They've taken 21 straight against the Hoosiers. Tell us about this year's edition.
Well, Bryn, this is an experienced and mature team on defense. Jim Harbaugh made the comment this week that this is basically the same defense they've played the last 2 years. They're strong at linebacker. They're quick. They've got some speed and some power. It's going to challenge Michigan's offense, and quite frankly, they've got something to prove. John O'Corn's coming into his second start. They've got some things to figure out at running back. They've got to shore up the offensive line. This is going to be a good opportunity for them to do it. At the same time, I think Indiana's shown an ability to score the ball. They scored against Ohio State. This is going to be a test for the Michigan defense too. I think the defense is able to keep them in check, but at the same time, I think Michigan's offense and their problems are going to make this a low-scoring affair.
Fourth down, prediction time. What do you have for us, Aaron?
I think it's going to be a close game, but I think Michigan pulls it out. Their offense is still struggling. It's still got issues. I think they will have issues Saturday still, but I don't think you're going to get the rain. You're not going to get the win that you saw against Michigan State. John O'Corn will be able to settle in a little bit more. I'm going Michigan 21, Indiana 13.
Well, I don't know. I think this has all the hallmarks of a trap game. I think you're going to have the hangover from State. This Michigan offense just hasn't shown anything. I'm saying the Hoosiers, 14-10. Well, that's a wrap on another Michigan football show. Oh, turnover number 6. Come back next week when we look back at the Hoosier game and look ahead to another big game under the lights against Penn State.